Hola, vamos a aprender sobre lección 3, el horario. A few basics. So we use the phrase a qué hora es, and then we insert the event name to ask at what time a certain event is. Now in English, we'd often just ask what time is. We wouldn't say at what time. In English, we kind of made that at invisible. We don't usually say it. In Spanish, that at needs to be there, which is this a here. A qué hora, the a there is at. So a means to in most cases. With time, it means at. So what time is Spanish class? A qué hora es la clase de español? What time is the party? A qué hora es la fiesta? To say an event is at a certain time, you'll say the name of the event, and then es, a, la, or las, and then time. So, por ejemplo, Spanish is at 9 a.m., el español es a las 9 de la mañana, or the party is at 1 o'clock p.m., la fiesta es a la 1 de la tarde. You'll see there you choose the la or las based off of what the time is. If it's not a 1 o'clock time, you're going to use las. If it's 1 o'clock, or any times that use 1 o'clock, it's going to be la. Now, just as a note for conversation, you can't shorten it to a la or a las and then your time when responding to a question. So somebody would ask you this, ¿a qué hora es la clase de biología? You could just respond a las 11. Or if you want to be a little bit more specific, a las 11 de la mañana. You don't, in conversation, have to reply, la clase de biología es a las 11. You can shortcut. And that's very fine in conversation. All right, we're going to talk next about general time. So sometimes we don't need to give a specific time, but just want to answer with in the morning or in the afternoon or in the evening. If that's the case, you're going to use por instead of de in those phrases, de la mañana, de la tarde, or de la noche. So, por ejemplo, la fiesta es por la noche. The party is in the evening. Notice there's no specific time given there, so we use por la noche. Or la clase de español es por la tarde. Spanish classes in the afternoon. So here's a little phrase to help you remember that. Keep it PG when we're dealing with time, por for general time. All right, we're going to have you try this. So inténtalo, try it. And off to the left, you'll see 8 different sentences. I'd like you to choose 3 or 4 of them. Give them a try. Then I'm going to put the answers up and you can write any of them down for examples if you wish. But see it how you do. All right, you should have these as possible answers. All right, next we're going to talk about los días de la semana, days of the week. So we have Monday through Sunday there. They're in your vocab. They were in last week's vocab. You have el lunes, el martes, el miércoles, el jueves, el viernes, el sábado, and el domingo. Notice they are all masculine, and we learn them with their definite articles in our vocab. So days of the week in Spanish are not capitalized. You're going to use el plus the day of the week when an activity occurs on a specific day. So this is going to kind of replace the English word on. So we say on Monday, I go to the store. And we're not going to really use the word on in Spanish. Instead, you're just going to have the definite article. El lunes yo canto en la fiesta. On Monday, I sing at the party. And notice here at is the word en. So most of the time at in Spanish is going to translate to the word en. So for them, it would be the same to say on Monday I sing at the party or on Monday I sing in the party. It's really kind of the same thing. So tú estudias en la escuela el miércoles. You study in the school on Wednesday. There you can see you study at the school on Wednesday, you study in the school on Wednesday. Same translation in Spanish. But the thing to notice here, the on Wednesday is just el miércoles, and the on Monday is el lunes. No en el lunes or en el miércoles. Now use los, the plural definite article, plus the day of the week when an activity occurs regularly. So for example, los lunes y los jueves, él toma arte. On Mondays and Thursdays, he takes art. Or nosotros hablamos con amigos los viernes. We talk with friends on Fridays. Notice it's multiple Mondays or Thursdays or Fridays here, so we use the definite article los to indicate that it is plural. Now, except for Saturday and Sunday, the singular and plural forms of the days of the week are the same. There is no vierneses or jueveses. But for Saturday and Sunday, you do have plural forms. You have sábados and domingos. So all the ones that don't end with S, which would only be the sábado and domingo, those two you make plural by adding the S. One's already with an S. You don't worry about it. They just are the same, singular and plural. A few other important things. So we have a little terminology. So we have weekend is el fin de semana or el fin de la semana. They often cut the la out of those in well-used phrases. So she chats on the weekend, ella charla el fin de la semana or el fin de semana. Then plural, weekends, you have los fines de semana. So you all return on the weekends. Ustedes regresan los fines de semana or de la semana. Either's fine. We have the verb tomar, which is to take or to drink. They use this verb to talk about class schedules. So in English, we often use the verb to have for this, but in Spanish, they primarily use the word to take, in this case, tomar. So I have biology at 9:23. They wouldn't translate it with the verb to have. Typically, they'll use the word to take. So yo tomo la biología a las 9:23 de la mañana. Then we have the question word cuando. This is the word when, the question word when. They will use this to ask what day something's on. So it's not really used for asking for a specific time that they use a qué hora es. This is used for a specific day. So cuando es la fiesta? The answer might be something like la fiesta es el lunes. The party is on Monday. Then we have qué día es hoy? What day is it or what day is it today? With the today in there, it is more word for word. And then we have hoy es, and then insert the day. So today is Monday, hoy es el lunes. And then there is going to be a video if you want to watch it. It is, I'm going to post it as a separate attachment on this notes slide. It is fairly catchy. It's definitely catchy, but definitely, well, like everyone we watched so far. So you can watch that if you wish. El fin.